Shut the room.
What do you get when you mix true crime obsession, a haunted motel, satanic rituals, and a dinner party featuring a chef who serves fake human flesh? Welcome to Hell Motel, the most chaotic, hilarious, and horrifying horror series premiere of the year. In just 2 episodes, we've already got murder pranks, masked killers, a fake seance, real deaths, and a couple who may or may not be actual Satanists trying to open a portal to hell. Yeah, this isn't your average slasher show. Welcome back to your nerdy show. I'm your host, Spoiler Master. In this video, we're breaking down everything that happened in episodes 1 and 2, from the 1995 honeymoon massacre, to the twisted modern-day true crime fan experience, to that jaw-dropping final scene with a ripped-out heart. And, of course, we'll talk theories, because something tells us the killer we've seen isn't working alone. Let's dive in, and trust me, you'll never want to check into a themed motel again. The murder that started it all. Hell Motel opens with a throwback. It's autumn, 1995. A young, newlywed couple, Caitlin and Joey, pull into the Cold River Motel to wait out a storm. The place looks cozy. The hosts Shirley and Floyd are suspiciously welcoming, and they even throw in the honeymoon suite and some champagne. Seems too good to be true, right? It is. Because just as the couple's settling in, there's a knock. Joey opens the door, and bam, he's murdered with the very champagne bottle they were given. Caitlin, still in the bathroom, comes out to find her new husband dead, and the masked killer charges her next. And with that, the camera cuts 30 years later. A murder motel turned true crime theme park. In the present day, Cold River Motel has reopened, but this time it's marketed as an immersive true crime fan experience. Yep, the infamous murder site has been repackaged into a murder-themed Airbnb for the terminally online. We're introduced to a group of 6 strangers, each handpicked for this creepy weekend. Meet Kawayan, an edgy installation artist who recreates murder scenes. Andy, a professor of criminology. Adriana, a serial killer fangirl and flight attendant. Blake, a true crime writer and survivor. Crow, a psychic medium. And Paige, a former scream queen who once acted in a movie based on the original Cold River killings. The current owners? Ruby and Portia, an overly enthusiastic couple who are all about content, marketing, and the experience. They've got Wi-Fi but no phone service or landline, because why call for help when you can live stream your murder, right? Everyone's excited. Well, almost everyone. Paige, who once played Caitlin in a dramatization, is clearly not over it. She's not thrilled to be back at the very place where the real horror went down. And then things get weirder.
Bonsoir, madame et messieurs.
Chef Hemmingway's Dinner of Dread. Enter Hemmingway, the motel's in-house celebrity chef. His idea of fine dining? Dishes that resemble human body parts, eyeballs, ribs, guts, all meticulously styled with both animal and plant-based ingredients. Paige's face says it all. She's over it. But Hemmingway isn't done yet. Next, he brings out shot glasses filled with his own blood. You read that right. He claims this is all part of the artistic vision, but even the die-hard true crime fans start to squirm. Things are getting too real. But before anyone can leave, 2 elderly strangers arrive, claiming they're stranded because of a hurricane, and ask to park their RV in the lot. Portia and Ruby reluctantly agree, and the couple sets up outside. But something about them feels familiar, and we'll get back to that. Paige freaks out and gets pranked. Later, the owners take the guests on a murder tour of the motel, showing them the room where Joey died, and even planning a seance in the basement where Caitlin was supposedly sacrificed. Paige is roped into playing the victim again, but the trauma hits hard, and instead of joining the seance, she sneaks out and heads to the RV for comfort. The elderly couple inside are warm, kind, and even fans of her old movies. It's the first real kindness she's received all day. But on her way back to the motel, Paige is attacked again by a masked killer. Terrified, she bolts into the woods, only to be told it was all a prank. Ruby was the one chasing her, and Portia was filming. All for marketing. Yeah, they actually did that. Everyone is furious, including Paige, until she reveals she was paid to be part of it. That sends Chef Hemmingway into a rage. He thinks Paige is a washed-up actress, wasting his art. He storms off, insulted. And then the real horror begins.
It'll be slow going, but...
The real killer strikes. Later that night, Hemmingway heads into the sauna alone and is brutally murdered by the real masked killer. No prank this time. This is the real deal. As the guests and owners gather to figure out what happened, they notice the RV outside is on fire. And it's in that moment we learn the truth. The sweet old couple in the RV. They're not just random tourists. They're Shirley and Floyd, the same people who hosted Caitlin and Joey 30 years ago. The original killers. Yeah, let that sink in.
In the RV on whoever killed that prick.
Nice work on your talk about the wilderness.
Satanists, rituals, and copycats. Episode 2 takes things deeper into the madness. We get a quick flashback of a real estate agent selling the motel to Portia and Ruby. And then we're back to the chaos. The RV is gone, the hearse that brought the guests won't return until the weekend ends, and there's no phone service. Everyone is trapped. Because Ruby wore the killer costume during the prank, she becomes the main suspect. The guests are panicking. Crow wants to leave immediately, but Floyd warns them that walking through the woods is suicidal. Between wild animals and the storm, it's a death trap. In private, Shirley and Floyd argue. Floyd wants to kill everyone and finish what they started in '95. Shirley says no. They need to follow the satanic ritual's timing. If they rush it, it won't work, and they'll have to wait another 30 years. Their goal? Open a portal to hell. You know, casual hobby. Only problem? They didn't kill Hemmingway. So now they think there's a third killer at the motel, someone finishing what they started. A copycat, another Satanist, or someone trying to force their hand.
How about I show you?
Suspicions rise, tensions boil. Meanwhile, Adriana seduces Blake, but mid-hookup, she casually explains how she'd kill everyone in the motel. Blake, understandably freaked out, leaves. Crow and Andy bond too. Crow even tells Andy he's planning to walk to the nearest town to get help. Andy gives him his jacket and lets him go, but Shirley and Floyd spot Crow in the woods. Floyd goes after him with a knife, planning to use him as the ritual's next victim. Andy shows up just in time to prevent the murder. The three of them, plus Ruby, head back to the motel. Crow is clearly starting to figure out Floyd's true nature. The real killer strikes again. Shirley interrogates Kawayan to see if he's the copycat killer. Turns out, nope, he's just a tortured artist with murder scene envy. Meanwhile, Crow is spiraling from cabin fever. Ruby and Portia's relationship is unraveling too, especially after Portia blames Ruby for the chaos and forces her to deal with Hemmingway's body alone. Then, in the final moments of episode 2, Ruby wakes up to find Portia dead. Her heart has been ripped out and placed on her chest. It's a gruesome, symbolic murder, almost ritualistic. So who did it?
I cannot stay here! I cannot stay here!
Who's really behind the mask? There are several theories floating around. Could it be Shirley and Floyd, finally starting their ritual? Maybe, but they were very clear they didn't kill Hemmingway. Is it one of the guests? Adriana seems unhinged, but she might be a red herring. Kawayan, too self-absorbed. Crow, too empathetic. Andy, maybe too nice. Our nerdy thoughts. Hell Motel is a campy, chaotic, blood-soaked mystery filled with satire, fake-outs, and actual terror. These first 2 episodes have already set the stage for a much bigger, darker game, and no one, not even the killers, is in control anymore. With Shirley and Floyd trying to resurrect their ritual, a copycat killer or 2 on the loose, and the guests slowly unraveling under the pressure, the next episodes promise even more madness. Who do you think the real killer is? Is Hemmingway still alive? Is Portia actually dead? Let us know your theories in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more horror breakdowns, just like this one. Until next time, don't check into Hell Motel. You might not check out.